How did I never press this button? I'm not here in the future. Right, we've all the dicks in the world about us right now. So we follow on from the daft times. I think hard crimes is really best for us. We had. I think before I forget, we'd better investigate what's crumbling on with the funny sticks. Don't we, for much of the universe? So let's crumbulate and scrumbulate in the war room today. Oh, off we go, it's time to pay the murders tonight. Nobody's afraid of me. I've reunited with my friends, but I've got a bit of the bad in me, I guess. We can't journey together, because you've got a bit of the thing that makes me sick. It's a shame fragments got embedded. Presumably with the squall. Visited by a disciple. Well, this is Tira, so yeah. Tira's been going round making mud puppets and having people chase them for her amusement. Maxi can't really smack him with a stick. But Soul Edge... Only with the sword can I win. That's why. That's why Tira's going around selecting candidates for funny sword warriors, twisting their motives to protect a fun blade. The rain may have stopped, but the menacing dark clouds are going to block the rays of the sun. I think that's supposed to be Maxi thinking, but it reads more like a stage direction. Or like an author's annotation. It's so dark, you guys. We need to really get across that the sun's not here for right now. I feel like who's folding curtains over my... Is this one taking longer than Keelix did? It's difficult to walk through the curtains. I'm delighted to report that the Audacity recording shat itself to death, so I am having to start from the beginning. We have to fight all the lizards from scratch. We can go into hyper mode. So that's good, and I know what button does that now. By pure accident. Because I was testing to see if all the funny little snonks... This is the kingdom we built. Chronicles of the Sword, you know, we were just all the dancing little snorfuses holding the cutlery for you. Here they go, they watch you fail. Oh, you've got a big nerve coming out here for Snonker's Kingdom. Trying to overthrow all the lizards, getting on with all your personal nonsense up and down the sides. Please stop. He was twiddling. The guy was stood motionless with his back to me, and I couldn't stop twiddling for love nor money. I could do nothing with... You've got just some meat. Weapons grade meat. Look at this from the famous Steel Beast. Christ, I'm not controlling any of that. He just goes into an infinite chain of fuck. None of his moves stay the same for more than 2 years. 2 years is actually... He's just sort of recoiled from each other in horror. I did set this to hard, did I not? I could... No, don't scribble my chin off! He scrimbled my chin off. And I think that's a bit rude. Good old Twisty, yes. Nom, 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 nom. On Lizard Man's side of the screen, I thought he got a notification that said Recoverable Scum. I guess we'll never know, because I've killed him outright. It doesn't matter how many of them you've got, because I've got the sticks that'll put you to bed. Bonk. Bonk. you go. We're back in the demonic capital again. With many folks. Just seems to just be 2 of each. One of them's a magnet. I'm curious as to what they've just got magnetic powers. Oh my god, is Magneto gonna make Wolverine look like a fucking idiot again? He's going to go, whoo, and your bones will fly out.
Cursed city of Ostrheinsburg lies.
I don't think he's required to go, whoo, in order to activate his powers, but that's... I would. Just to convince people, because then it'll be a big oh shit moment when it turns out I didn't need to whoo. I'm just simply confusing the enemy with my marvellous tactics. Where's the Magnificent Man? I'm trying to be the Wensleydale Bandit, and you're not helping. You're not helping me steal the cheese. Here we go, Russell. Just wanted to do it. I knew it wasn't going to land, but ho-hum, in the pumice factory, we all make the stones! Leave me alone! Oh. Kicks for you. No. No, I know you like charging in, snoofing all the sticks that I'm holding, but I won't let you. Whoa, roll on the floor. Get him. It didn't. No, he's wiggling. Oh god, it begins. Oh, I can twiddle stuff at you near the floor. I hope. Yes, here's all of my hopes that I can do. It wasn't enough. Without strength, you'll never swap the twiddlers. Yes, and now another one. Oh god, he's got a snoofer's companion. The shadow of darkness is coming to close. Don't close me. I'd really... Attack! Activate! I've turned yellow. Sort of green, really. Greeny yellow. Please have some of this be an attack. What a good use of that, whatever. That didn't even do enough to determine what it was the benefit. But you know, sometimes they say you get cheese from the priests. Maybe we didn't need to steal it. Maybe you go to church, the priest offers it willingly. Oh, all you've got to do is listen to a big god. Whoa. I'd rather start off listening to a small god and then sort of work my way up, but no, I don't get cheese from that, unfortunately, and more cheese tomorrow does not help me today. The priest said he'd solve my cheese problem. I don't understand why you're doing it now while you're bringing the grifts out. Is this not in contradiction of your funny faith? Squoofacy's flying around. I'll sit down and I'll fling these away. These aren't swapping nearly enough. I've got to swap all the bandits right back off the 9 o'clock news, haven't I? What if I backwards leg twice? I could have sworn I only pressed it once. You're gonna forget your neck. Oh, there was no need for me to jump there. But it's a part of the move! Is this what they call a feint? It's maybe not as twiddly as all the rest. Oh, I can stand somewhere. I can stand somewhere and be upsetting. Oh, yeah, I'll whip your face off with these while you're there. Oh, twiddly! It's got a little hop smell. Hop smell, but right, this time it won't. It hasn't. It didn't. Oh, we've now confirmed it'll be somewhat more substantial with the big settings turned up. Don't we all? Now, if I can only simply win, then I think the memory will spin. No, not really. No. I didn't have much power. Yeah. My power increased at the second moment. Not the last moment. The second got here before the last. There were 5 moments in total, and I got here actually rather promptly, all things considered. I nearly leapt. I nearly leapt into the abyss with a cold foot forward and the worst foot back. I don't have a best foot, I have a cold one. So I just put not the worst one forward instead. But yeah, that means cold toes. I hope you're prepared for it when you say... Ow. You've kicked my shirt off about me. I think you've got no choice. Activate shirt mode! Ooh, ironically it can only be activated when I don't have a shirt on. It's an improved version of the yellow thing I was doing before. It stopped, it became a frog. We've both got our backs to each other, we're fighting complete ghosts on the other world. Leave me. Leave me be! You don't understand what it's like to be a funny man with no shirt. I have to go to so many clothes and say, oh no, please come to me. I need it back. It's cold out here, fighting on the raft. What if I fall into the funny water? Well, it gets very chilly on my nipples today. Oh, yes. Nobody gets in my way. Now to craft another jacket out of the corpses of the warriors I've just defeated. Oh, we're under the tunnel this time. But it's rumbling and scrumbling. The all squoof's all banished.
We know what's going on. We're swoofing off towards it.
Squoof. But what you couldn't possibly have expected is that it's actually over here. We're swoofing towards the tornado to give it magical powers. I don't think a tornado needs magical powers. It's pretty destructive in and of itself. Are you going to use the magical powers to change its nature, like the tornado comes through and you've just got a slight increase in squash yield? All the pumpkins are just slightly better now when you farm them. Maybe that's what you can make a tornado do if you have the squoofs for it. Let's fight in the realm. The hot world of silly... There's a clockwork madam. Wow! Plonk! I plonked over for silly Swish. I'm afraid of falling over because of silly Swish. I mean, look at... Oh no, shit! Look how silly all my swishes are. You think it's not going to happen to me one day? Ooh. I don't know what I've done with all of my hands. Stop ducking and kicking. Kicking the ducks all out the sky. Jumping them up, smacking them out of the air mid-flight. Stop that. You need to stop.
You've not even got me on anything.
In the magnet display, I took a very fulfilling bath.
Why was the bathtub in the bag? You're using your telekinetic powers.
I don't sodding believe... We never found out what magnet did. I never witnessed any magnetics going on. I think there has been a funny con.
Somebody's lied. And I want to know who.
I want to know who lied to me about the magnets. No, you've shunted. You shunted, and it's been silly. Don't roll me like a silly sieve. You can't roll a regular sieve. Only the silliest ones will do that for you, because the handle will get in the way of the only circular bit. The sieve is silly because there's no real good way to hold one. I am sick to piss of you twiddling the Ivors. Ivor the engine's getting twiddled to high heaven right now, and is that the back of a large creature? I read a tortoise-like demon into the configuration. Do you see him? He's behind the woman I've just punched a lot. You know, he's gone now. He just swooped off the screen. I thought maybe a giant demonic tortoise might come and help me, but they never did. I'm tremendously upset. Farewell. And good tidings to you. All of the flumpsuses I've got to fight, and there's a doppelganger. That ganger's doppling me. Oh, I can't believe what you've doppeled today. Breakthrough is the music we play in the church. Ha-hee-hoo, why are you here? I am gone. All swish.
I'm gonna stop you.
It very works with like, why are you here? He answered the question. And now I'll kick him. No, I didn't kick. I tried to lie to him, but he read my moves. He stops. He stops the mint. He stops the Buckaroo mint from flavouring itself.
No, all the mint is all you get. You can't become a strawberry. You can't become a pine cone. What does a pine cone taste like? I've never licked one.
Alright, the pine cone liquor was not me. Contrary to popular belief. I have... You stopped.
I was capable of restraint.
Sometimes the best way to hit someone with a stick is not to bother.
No, you don't. You don't see. I've got 2 more people to fight after this guy. Good crumbus.
I'm gonna have to be foolish. Let me fool you. Fool's Day. Whoa!
I'm never gonna find who's doppled all the gangs at this rate.
No. You committed a crime right into my kidney there. And no, stop his swivel. What's all this? I never found that one.
He's the master of all the twists.
But I'm gonna have to twist him in a second. I can write the tests. Alright, I'm allowed to decide the contents. So you'd better harbinge a good grade for me. Because one day I'm gonna be in control of what's on your curriculum. And you might even not get a funny letter grade. You might have to settle for one of the big numbers. Yes, a giant 3. And nobody knows what... Nobody really mentions you're here. You don't get to be like,
oh, I'm gonna talk about one of your insecurities and then you'll turn to stone. I think that's what doppelgangers do.
I'm not up on the law, darling. I
can't really go to the bakery in this condition. I'm covered in wasps. They'll be upset if I bring wasps into the bakery again, after what happened last time.
Had it not been quite so many wasps, I maintain everything would have been fine. But more just kept showing up. I don't know, I never stopped the wasp summoning spell, I guess. You have to end the enchant. Nobody put the ending hex on it. Now all the bones are flying around, right? Because if wasps gather in great enough numbers, they get bone telekinesis. And it was those bones what smacked all the Swiss rolls. Swiss rolls? I think I meant cinnamon whirls, but Swiss rolls can be baked. You can bake a Swiss roll if you absolutely have to, but not with the wasps in concert.
Knock your name out the sky.
Don't live a funny lie. I hope you like my poetry. It's great for beating you. No, don't beating me. That's my leg and my Achilles tendon on the other leg. You really just said, fuck your need to ambulate in any manner. I've got to walk on my ordinary hands. At this stage. At this stage in the competition, it is unacceptable to have a glass mask. Right, that shouldn't
be in the blancmange. You should know better by now.
How many rounds have you survived of the please stop, I'm trying to activate your power mode in the hopes that it might preserve my life. Preserve my...
You've not got it! Was I only allowed one for the whole game?
Oh, drinks! When I launch myself through the fungal barrier, James Corden will have to go to sleep. That's your window.
That's your window to get through the gate that he guards. I can't keep him asleep for any more than 5 minutes. That's when it'll wear off.
You gotta be in and out before he even notices. Get the Grail. The world is counting on you. I'll do all that I can, but you must be the one to
take the funny cup out of the world.
Paint me to look like a pirate letter. You'd think the pirate letter would be the R, but 'tis the C they love. No, I can walk round you. I walk around you to make mischief in the glade. Look at my glade mischief. You almost couldn't figure out how to get me for a second there. Maybe glade mischief's the way forward. Oh, swimps! Swimps for you! Swimps for me. No, come on, this is the best position I've been in. I've got to really stop you. There's no not being stopped when I'm on patrol. Look, take your neck away, take your bones away. Your bones might have necks in them. No, other way around. I mean, the reverse could also be true. I'm not a neckologist. I don't know what's going on in there. No, you can't. It can't be known whose neck's got what until you open them up and see for yourself in the funny surgery game. Ah, bastard! Don't you want to play a round of Ah, bastard with me and see what's in your neck? Put the matter to bed once and for all. Oh, squunch! He can turn me around. And the thing people don't know is that with every 90-degree rotation that he achieves, I get further from the grace of God! He spun me right out of heaven! Like a Beyblade of sin! Oh, you poke. He keeps poking me in the spine. I think this is why I didn't originally go on hard, because I remembered like one of them being too far and the other being not normal. Oh, to be honest, I thought there was an easy and a normal and a hard, but it's just normal and hard, and normal is easy and hard is fuck you. I tested it with Keelik, which is how I found the invisibility button.
Determination.
And like,
Stage.
it wasn't that bad. Maybe I'm just better with Keelik, or Keelik had, I mean, in fairness, Maxi's had a lot of, I mean, it's not the stage where he had to fight 40 foes who's the problem. It's the presence, it's this stage I'm fucking about. This is the issue. Maybe, is there another button I could be pressing that'll turn me big and green like a funny Hulk? And then I can punch every warrior in the world right off the stage. Even though this doesn't appear to be one with a ring out condition. I can smash you through the windows like Bruce Banner before me. Kurt Murky has some questions for you. I managed to swish. Oh yes, now you get the truth, 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 now you get the truth. Well it is. Oh, now you get the truth, now you get the truth, now you get the truth. It really kind of feels like they're stalling, doesn't it? They insist they have to sing their truth song or they won't be believed. But like, I feel like they just know that we can't be lied to, and so they're trying to avoid saying anything of consequence until the park ranger shows up and shoots us directly in between the eyes. It's a crack shot. I wonder what he did before all the park ranging, to be honest, because I can't imagine you needed to shoot that many leaves. But what are we doing? This is different. This is different from the time I turned into a little cat. What? You flung someone and they're on fire. It's me. It's me, the big naughty. I've got a rhinoceros about myself and I'm here to lecture you about my hand. Darkness, as we know, is a bright flame. Who do we dick? In the end. What's to be done? There's multiple potential final bosses. Who you fight on the tower depends on what you're here for. So let's be here for your sword. I need it to exact my vengeance on a big man. The man is so big, apparently I can't hit him ordinarily. I could only assume I tried, and a fragment of the cursed sword was embedded in me at some point and all that. Maybe if I'd been him in 3, I could have had a drink. I could have had a drink, and in the drink would spell out the letters. Stop spinning! You can't spin forever. Eventually we all come to a standstill in the cotton-weary factory of dicks. Doesn't get talked about in the Scream films, right? But before he moved on to the talk show, the man made dicks for a living. Now, it's not important to the plot of the films, I get that. But I'd have appreciated some mention, or at least some explanation as to how I know this. 'Cause if it didn't happen in the movies, and the movies are all I have to go on, how do I know what dicks he's made before he went on television and told people he hadn't? We're having our revenge now. No, I'm rolling! Oh, he wasn't... Okay, he wasn't doing a forward roll intentionally. I thought he was dynamically entering to save the day.
Oh, hello. I've ruined it again. I want the sword now. I'm red in bits.
You guys always need my help. I mean, really, who's gonna stop me after I defeat that monster with this evil sword?
Oh, he knows what it's gonna do. He's having a tragic...
I take the blade! I hate you with noses.
Let's go, you freak!
You'd never be strapped down. You could never pin down exactly what he meant by that final threat. But nose-based animosity has been forbidden ever since. Fortunately, that law is almost impossible to break. But of course, if someone did break it, how would we know? That's the problem with an undefinable crime, isn't it? So let's thank you for watching instead, and then tune in for a next episode to see it, please. Goodbye!